everyone, and so we are back with some more WWE 2K20 goodness. Welcome back to That Variety Nerd. I'm Christina, and today we're jumping back into the MyCareer mode. Fun, and so last time we won the WWE Championship, Samoa Joe apparently augmented his arm and basically became like our version of Thanos, some sort of wackiness or whatever. And then we started our mixed match challenge journey, and both teams won. So, on that note, let us continue and just talk with Trey. We read all the messages, all that good stuff, so let's go ahead and talk with Trey. We are in the process of going through Chapter 15 right now, so get excited.
I can't believe Brooklyn's a WWE superstar now.
I can't believe I have to be her partner.
Oh yeah, that happened.
She no longer has any authority, but it feels like she's even more ingrained in our lives.
At least it's now legal for you to punch her in the face. Again, I have to be her partner.
She's not worse than Riley. He wasn't exactly in his prime when he trained us almost 15 years ago. Not to mention, Brooklyn has him flying back and forth to Calgary on these crazy cheap budget airlines. He had to ride in the pet compartment on his last connection, and I think he came down with kennel cough.
At least you got to choose him. I didn't have any say in this.
It wasn't like I had a ton of good options. Look, all that aside, I just have a feeling this isn't going to end well for anyone.
True that,
well,
sister.
At least I can still make the best of a bad situation and win some money for charity.
Even if I have to get a dog vaccine, I still plan on winning the mixed match challenge.
Same here. Minus the vaccine part. Brooklyn is disease-free as far as I can tell.
Oh yeah, so apparently Brooklyn's a brand new in-ring competitor and also our new mixed match challenge partner. So I guess we're going to this match first. I don't know why, but hey, I mean, happens.
Talk about an unlikely pairing. They've been at each other's throats for like 20 years.
You're telling me, fam. You're telling me.
Well, we'll have to see if their adversarial pass affects the American hero's ability.
So, yeah, we're basically somewhere around 2027 from what it sounds like, because Samoa Joe left in 2020 when Elijah won the championship, at least as far as I can remember. So, there's that.
Up top, diving senton.
God. We just need to get Sammy to red health, and that's all that we need right now.
Whoa, this is surprising, Byron.
Yeah, I'm not really sure why he would.
Shouldn't be too hard for us, but we're gonna make it through. Right. So yeah, again, my apologies, but also not really apologies for like making a little bit more lengthier episodes. We're trying to get through this particular series, like hopefully by the end of this month. That's kind of the goal for right now, even if this overlaps with some of my Sims content, which I don't think will really, you know, we'll be fine, right? Right.
He's not looking good here, guys. It's hard to look at Sami Zayn now and think of him as
there
an
we
inspiring
go.
figure, but that's exactly
We're almost
who he
there.
was in his time at
Thank
NXT.
goodness.
In fact, he was widely
Heck,
regarded
nabbit,
as the
Sammy.
heart and soul
Really,
of
Sammy?
NXT.
Really.
Oh,
There we
able to
go.
counter. Oh, what a right! Man, that's some attitude behind it.
Here we go.
Wait a second, it appears
Oh my
Brooklyn
God.
wants Trey to attempt the same double team maneuver that injured Ronda Rousey.
Oh, you're kidding
Is
me.
she trying to prove she could do it better?
I don't know, but it looks like Trey's not quite sure about this after what happened to Ronda. Perfect execution by the American heroes.
Okay.
An impressive win for the new team of Trey and Brooklyn Von Braun.
I'm still not sure what to think about these two teaming. It's very strange.
I'm so confused.
It looks like Trey's still trying to get used to it as well.
I told you guys 100 times, Brooklyn's a professional. She likes winning much more than she dislikes Trey.
Oh.
And here comes Trey's best friend Red for their mixed match challenge match.
Get your popcorn.
Hey, good luck.
Well, that was awkward.
That was
Read too much
awkward.
in anything, but it certainly looked like Red just ignored Trey altogether.
It's obvious Red is
She's
upset
focused.
about Trey teaming with Brooklyn, but she'd better get over it fast, or it's going to end up costing her team this match.
I guess this is the mixed match challenge arc too? Okay, let's continue.
As this mixed match challenge match begins, we have to consider the possibility that Red's team could end up facing
crap.
Brooklyn Von Braun.
Oh my god. So we are taking on the team of Ruby Riott and Aleister Black. It's just because they look like they're very emo or something. I don't know.
Charity that everyone would be able to manage their emotions, but if Brooklyn triggers hothead Red, all bets are off.
Beautiful suplex. Is it enough?
I'm guessing that this is kind of in the same artery as the last one that we had with this team, and where it's like it doesn't matter. But we'll see how it goes.
Kick to the midsection, sunset flip.
Yeah, I'm kind of in the artery of like, I do not care at this point.
Everything about Aleister Black, and just watching him here, it's no
Just
wonder
toss
he's
that
helped
out there.
all over the world before even coming to WWE.
Because the mechanics of mixed tag matches to begin with are kind of just like, oh yeah, it's one of those paradigms where it's like, you know what, this is fine, everything's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna take more than that.
Bang! Spinning kick to the gut. Some miscues from Ruby Riott here.
Evading possible disaster there.
Sorry, I had like a granola bar before I started recording, and like some of it's like kind of stuck in my tooth or something.
She's slowing down here, guys. Slowing down. She's stuck in park, Cole.
Boom.
Head suplex. No breathing room here for Ruby Riott. DDT. Stringing together some big moves here.
She's looking good now. We'll see if it lasts.
My apologies, I am just like, okay, this would be a good sort of storyline if it didn't involve freaking Brooklyn. Because she's literally in like half of the story, and I don't know, just, she's just getting on my nerves. Like, I get that's the point of like a good heel and everything, but like, can we get some other people into the mix? I'm just gonna toss it out there.
Ruby Riott's in a bind.
Hey, I'm just gonna leave this.
And into the count. 2, 3. And the pitfall gets him the win.
Whoopsies!
Here are your winners, Ruby Riott.
After a couple more wins for both our teams, Trey and I would be in a position we'd never been in before. Standing across the ring from each other as opponents in the finals of the mixed match.
Hold up, we just
Good luck
lost.
tonight. Seriously.
Yeah, you too.
Do you mean that? Because it seems like you can't bring yourself to say the actual words.
I can totally say it, but now that you told me to, it won't mean as much.
Come on, just say it. Good luck.
Hey, look, it's your partner.
How convenient.
You're talking to the opposition before our match? You do realize I could give them a competitive advantage.
My team doesn't need an advantage to beat someone who's had less than 5 matches.
I'm pretty sure I had less than 5 matches when I was tapping you out in high school, and tonight will be exactly the same. Except this time, a whole lot more people will see me embarrass you. Come on, we need to discuss what we're going to do with our prize money after we win. I was thinking we donate it to victims of identity heft. It's when people identify as skinny, but they're actually really fat.
What?
I might have it.
What? Oh, God. Oh, seriously? What? Just, why? Stop going low. Okay, let's see who's gonna win this one. So, even though we kind of just took an L in that last match, we're gonna go ahead and eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by the toe. If y'all let him go, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. My mother told me to pick the very best one, and it is Y-O-U, red, white, and blue. All right, we gotta go as Red's team.
This is it, the finals of the mixed match challenge.
Here we go, as Red tried to win the mixed match challenge. Try. Okay, that's comforting. That is so comforting.
The story here is that best friends Red and Trey are facing each other for the first time ever. Things could get very interesting.
Normally, I think you guys were just trying to stir up drama, but Red and Trey have definitely seemed a bit off lately, and this match certainly won't help matters.
Now with complete control.
Just try. Try to win.
Ooh, treading all over their opponent.
Not sure if that's like implied or something. I don't know.
Up and down. Boom. Beautiful.
The fatigue is setting in for her. Too soon. Nothing's gonna stop her now.
She's flipped the switch and the light is on.
Alrighty, so this is the finals of the mixed match challenge as well. So that's kind of where we're going.
Tough spot to be in. Oh, what an enziguri right in the ear. Oh, enziguri. Uh-oh. What is going to happen here? Look at this handstand.
Boom.
Into a head scissor takedown.
Alrighty, so we are pretty much finishing up at least the mixed match challenge arc, which I don't know is the full arc because we still got Samoa Joe to deal with at some point.
So many different
I don't
styles
know.
on display here in this mixed
But
tag team
we're going
match.
to continue to push through and prosper. That's kind of the goal
Harsh
here.
impact.
Push through and prosper. Surviving and thriving.
Oof. She's taking a beating here. Hurricane Rana.
And hey, she gets to get her hand on Brooklyn finally, so there's that.
Did you see that? Propelled through the air.
Just gonna, you know, let that out there into the wild and open. 1, 2.
Another kick out. How in the world? Unreal.
Bruh.
Oh, what a counter. And again, yet another counter. An impressive series of moves.
Looks like nobody's budging, Cole.
Yet another counter.
It's like they're both somehow one step ahead of each other.
All the way for the top. From up top. Diving.
1, 2.
Is she finding the strength to continue? Wow.
I love how they're just like try to win.
Wow, she turned that one around. No, another reversal.
Neither one of them are willing to give an inch here.
Alright.
Referee
1,
position.
2.
I can't believe she kicked out there.
Oh no! Come on, bro.
Will this be it?
1, 2.
That may have been a slow count. Just barely, but it counts. She's taking charge here.
She's able to turn it on in a flash.
Alright, here we go. We got another big elbow coming up in just a second here. Again, we are trying to fly through this as much as possible, at least in this setting. If I can get through 15, I will be a happy camper.
Drop kick hits the mark. Oh, double leg drop. Stop pulling leg snap.
That's going to hurt. Tear your hamstring.
Finds a way to reverse. When you look at this,
It looks like they both did their homework heading into this one.
Alright, we've got this, people.
again. She's got the shoulders down.
Alright, we've got this.
Down deep and gets the shoulder up.
She just will not give up, Cole.
Look at this. Snap suplex. Cover.
Seriously?
He's cheating, Ref. He's cheating.
Stop being such a...
Whoa, didn't expect to see that. She's in control. Oh, what a DDT. Wow. Now,
Alright, come on, please, for the love of all of us, win mixed match challenge.
She certainly looked to be in trouble to me.
That should do it right there. And at some point, she's going to start wondering what it's going to take to put her away.
I'm already wondering that at this point. At least mixed match challenge, tag match things. Oh my god, mixed match. Mixed tag match. There we go. Holy crap, people. I can't pronounce anything. It's fine. What? Okay, that did not connect at all.
Tough spot for her here, guys.
It's like she doesn't even know where she is.
Oh, come on. Really, dudes? Really? Well, this certainly has went full circle.
Bear hug. And he escapes the submission.
And good thing, that could have been disastrous.
Oh, nasty elbow. Another one.
Oh!
Agility.
Alright then. That's cool too.
Gets him with a counter. In up the tag. What a clothesline! Ouch! She goes for the cover.
Alright. Here we go. 1, 2. Oh my god, can you freaking get pinned or something?
Back to the torso. She's really taking it to her core here.
And you can't argue with the results.
My god. I'm kind of just losing it at this point with these mixed tag matches. They weren't lying when they said they had about 100 brawls and matches kind of thrown into the mix. So it's kind of like almost a pick your own adventure sort of experience. So there's that.
Vicious shoulder tackle in the corner.
She's starting to look concerned.
There she goes. Oh, we're proud of you, girl. We're proud of you. Alright, here we go.
Debilitating elbow drop. Here's the cover.
Ref, get out. 1, 2.
Guess not.
Well, maybe, just maybe. Just a little bit of a maybe.
And this has got to be it.
Maybe if you weren't just crazy sensitive.
The result this woman is showing right now is absolutely unreal.
Oh, man.
Alright, here we go. Let's try out a finisher OMG moment sort of thing over here.
Oh, it's coming.
What? Okay.
Ooh, right in the face.
That works with me.
Belongs on a highlight reel. Can he end it quickly?
Alright, here we go. 1, 2.
He gets the shoulder up
Hey, the
before
champ don't
3.
go down that
And we
fast or
continue.
that easily, alright? That's just how the cookie's crumbling.
Uh-oh. Setting him up. Oh. Neckbreaker. Knee drop.
Just a step quicker.
Reversal. What a counter. Wow, what a sequence. Set up for the leg sweep.
Nicely done.
Oh, clothesline. He knows he's
Oh,
in
that's
trouble.
the signature. Okay. I was gonna say, what is the signature? I remember it was something on the middle rope.
Amazing
Oh.
reflexes on display.
Not again.
One of these competitors is eventually going to have to gain the upper hand.
He has to be at his
No
limit now.
kidding.
I'm not used to seeing this.
He's in control. What a suplex. He continues to press forward.
Not sure if he can sustain this, but it's sure fun to watch right now.
He wants it one more
I don't know if this is actually gonna connect, but... Ha ha! Ha! Okay, that was actually pretty... That was a good one. Oh my god, let me go into the freaking top turnbuckle. Thanks.
Heading back up.
Look out.
The quick clutch.
Here comes another one.
I am literally just trying to... Oh! Honestly, it doesn't matter at this point because one or both are gonna actually,
His
like...
shoulders are down.
1, 2, 3. Oh, okay.
Their former trainer,
Oh my
Riley
god.
Flash, are your mixed
This is
match
wild.
challenge winners.
I think Red might be up for sainthood because she just performed a miracle in winning this with Riley Flash. That's the only way to explain this.
Yeah, that's kind of
So
wild.
Now that this is over, there won't be any hard feelings between Red and Trey. They've
Wait,
been
why
through
did it
too
just
much
get all
together to
blurry
let
and
something
crap?
like this get between them.
It, like, legit just got really blurry, and I'm not even joking. Alright, so let us continue on our wonderful adventure now that Mixed Match Challenge is over.
Hey, what's up?
What's up? What's up with you riding with her?
Relax. I offered him a ride since we're both going to the gym.
Look, I know we usually ride together, but I wanted to get some extra training in since Samoa Joe basically wants to strangle me to death with his crazy cyborg arm at Smackdown 1500.
I'd be happy to help you work on your submissions. It's really the only way you're going to survive the coquina clutch. I mean, that little reversal trick you taught him might have worked in their first match, but let's face it, he needs some real training. After all, my MMA record was 24-2. The 2 losses were DQs for eye gouging, so really, I was undefeated.
You training me is a great idea. It could help me survive Samoa Joe. Who knows? Maybe even beat him.
Good. We'll get started right away. And by the way, I didn't get a chance to congratulate you on winning the Mixed Match Challenge. It actually inspired me.
To what? Quit?
No. Your donation of the $500,000 to that animal shelter in our hometown got me thinking. What can Brooklyn do to help? So I decided to donate
Oh my
$1
God.
million of my own personal money to the shelter.
You were just
Wow,
trying to
that's
get people,
amazing.
you know...
They're naming an entire wing after me. Did you get a wing?
Not that I know of.
Yeah, I guess $500K isn't really wing money. But hey, I have the director's info. I'll see if they can at least name something after you. Maybe a maintenance closet or a bathroom stall. I'll let you know when we can get started on that training, partner.
So what, are you friends with her now?
No, it's not like that.
Well, it seems like that. I mean, first you're riding with her, and now you're training with her? Did you forget this is the same person who tormented us for 20 years?
I got to ride with her one time. And besides, she's changed, okay? I mean, she just donated $1 million of her own money to an animal shelter.
My
Bad
dude.
people don't do that.
How naive are you? She's obviously lying about the donation to try and get under my skin. There's no way she would ever actually do something good like that. She's always been fake, and this is no different.
Can't assume any of that.
I'm not assuming she's a terrible person. I know that. And I thought you
I mean,
did
you
too.
basically said that her grandma
on.
should have bed sores way back when, so...
That mural's kind of freaking me out. It feels like you're watching me from every angle.
I am. But focus here. So when Samoa Joe gets you in the coquina clutch this time...
How do you know he'll get me in it?
It's a submission match, which means he'll be going for it early and often, so you have to be prepared. And what I was going to say before you interrupted me...
Sorry, won't happen again.
What I was going to say is your little trick you used against him 10 years ago when you rolled backwards to get the win isn't going to work this time. He'll be ready. And even if you pulled it off, it won't do any good because this is a submission match.
Rivalry submission match.
Right. So I'm Samoa Joe, and I'm going to put you in the coquina clutch. Try to escape.
Oh, I tap.
That was pathetic.
I know. How am I ever gonna beat Samoa Joe? I mean, once she cinches in that arm around my neck, it's all over. Goodbye, WWE Championship. Goodbye, Trachea. Goodbye, Earth. Hello, big ring in the sky. Hopefully.
Okay, stop. You're spiraling. It's not about his arm. It's about his legs.
Huh?
I studied hours of footage of Samoa Joe locking in the coquina clutch. You're welcome. And I discovered a hidden flaw that's going to allow you to counter it and beat him. Give me your phone. Voice password?
Trey and Peyton Royce forever?
Voice recognition volume too low. Please try again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever. It's a joke. Please don't tell her.
Anyway, like I said, I watched a lot of tape on Samoa Joe, and I discovered this. Watch his ankles. See how he crosses them? He does it every time. That's your opening to beat him.
I don't get it.
Of course you don't. Let me show you. Put me in the coquina clutch and make sure you cross your ankles like Joe does.
What the heck was that?
The secret to not getting the life choked out of you and walking away with your WWE Championship.
Wow, this is weird to say with all our history, but I don't know what I'd be doing right now without your help.
I guess I've been in a charitable mood lately.
Well, seriously, thanks for teaching me this. So, I guess we're good to go now?
Are you kidding? You haven't actually learned how to do the counter yet. On your back. We're going to start with a hip motion. I'll film on your phone so you can watch it back later. It locked again.
Trey and Peyton Royce forever!
Welcome to the special 1500th episode of Smackdown Live.
What?
Smackdown Live has been the home of some amazing matches.
Wait, what?
Tonight, we continue that tradition.
Hold up here. So, the 1000th episode was what, last year, right? Yeah, it was last year.
For the WWE Championship is 7 years in the making. Going back to Trey's debut.
Hold up here. Hold up. So that.
And Samoa Joe. But tonight on Smackdown 1500.
Oh my God.
Joe finally get his revenge?
I get that this is supposed to be subtitles, but just spell it out, please.
Hey, what are you doing?
Studying my training footage. I think I actually have a chance tonight thanks to Brooklyn.
Yeah, about her.
I don't want to get into it again. I need to focus on my match.
I actually wanted to apologize. I might have been acting a little crazy lately.
A little?
Okay, slightly more than a little. I called the animal shelter that Brooklyn said she donated the money to, and turns out she wasn't lying.
See? I told you she's changed.
I think I just got caught up with us competing against each other in the mixed match challenge. And then I felt like I was losing my best friend to pretty much the worst person I could imagine. But maybe she's not the worst person after all. There's probably some terrible dictators or criminals on death row who are slightly worse.
That's very big of you to say that. So you should be cool with the fact that Brooklyn is going to be in my corner tonight then, right? I need her out there to coach me through the technique she taught me.
Totally cool with that. Not bothered at all. Besides, I have a big announcement to focus on.
About what?
Well, I decided to get back to concentrating on the list, and there's one thing on there I always wanted to accomplish, but it never seemed possible. Especially when Brooklyn was GM. No offense to your new BFF. But since this is a very special episode of Smackdown Live, it's the perfect time to make it happen. Good luck tonight. Seriously.
Hey, you finally said it.
And I meant it. Tonight, we celebrate 1,500 episodes of Smackdown Live. On nights like this, we look back at the amazing superstars who helped us get here. For me, personally, when I was an awkward teenager,
What a mood.
the thought that I could someday do this seemed like a total long shot. But I was inspired by women like Beth Phoenix, the Bellas, Natalia, and Mickie James. Around
gonna
that
be
time,
good.
I created this list of goals I'd someday want to accomplish if I ever made it to WWE. Well, I think I've more than made it. But there's one thing on this list that all those women I mentioned accomplished. But I never have, because it's kind of impossible now. But if I've learned anything on my journey, it's that nothing is truly unattainable.
I'm proud of you, girl.
The
Preach
goal I'm
it.
referring to is winning the title that I grew up watching. The WWE Divas Championship. Like I said, kind of hard to do considering it hasn't existed in almost 15 years. But I'm proposing that WWE bring the Divas Championship back so I can honor the women who blazed a path for me and prove that no dream is ever hopeless or unimaginable.
We're proud of you, Red.
Wait,
We're proud of
what?
you.
And you want me to tell her right now?
What?
I'm sorry, but I was just told to inform you that the Divas Championship is already spoken for.
Already spoken for. It hasn't existed in over a decade. How is that even possible?
They said you would hear more in the very near future. That's all I know.
What?
What just happened?
That's what I'm
I have
asking.
no idea, but apparently someone in the back has other plans for the Divas Championship.
What?
The following contest is scheduled for one fall and is for the World Heavyweight Championship.
Wait, which title is this? I have questions. It's supposed to be WWE Championship, right? If we come, I was gonna say, if we come with a gold championship, I'm gonna laugh my butt off. Holy crap. Bionic Joe. Bionic Joe. That's actually kind of hilarious. Alright, here we go. WWE Championship is on the line against Samoa Joe.
Introducing the challenger from Huntington Beach, California, weighing in at 282 pounds.
This man has no chill.
Joe. And introducing the champion
I saw that
from
glitch.
Providence, Rhode Island, weighing in at 252
Seeing the glitches.
pounds.
I'm seeing him.
WWE World Heavyweight Champion, Elijah Bourne.
We're proud of you, my friend. We are proud.
One of these men will be walking away.
Yay,
with
they got the hard cam right. I'm proud of
Heavyweight
y'all. Holy
Championship.
crap, that is shiny.
This match between Trey and Samoa Joe is finally
Get Samoa Joe! Oh my god!
1,500 after nearly a decade of anticipation.
Hold up
I don't
here.
think Trey was anticipating this as much as Samoa Joe, especially considering it's a
Sorry, I
submission
don't have the face cam on at the moment. We might just have it off for just the match itself right now and just sort of see where it goes, but nonetheless, here we are. We are taking on Bionic Samoa Joe. That's what we're gonna call him at this point.
In preparation for this match.
I don't care who's in Trey's corner. There is no way he walks away with his WWE Championship. In fact, he'll be lucky to walk away at all.
That's what I'm saying. This poor man. We gotta get Joe to red health somehow. Not sure how that's gonna happen, but we're gonna figure this out, right? Right.
He's got a head of steam working and shows no signs of slowing.
Guys, the word patience is not one I would associate with Samoa Joe. Evidence to that can be seen in his Universal Championship match. Joe grew tired of waiting, interrupting pre-match introduction. Incoming.
From up top, diving senton.
There we go.
Boom, what impact. All on the apron, lifting it up into the ring.
Oh.
Great display of strength with the suplex.
Oh, poo. Sorry, I'm still trying to figure out these friggin' controls a little bit later, and also I'm getting a little bit, like, fatigued recording, but you know what? We're gonna push on through and just keep on keeping on.
Look out here. Gut buster.
That's kind of our role for right now. We are gonna keep on keeping on.
Oh, again! Samoa Joe with his back against the wall.
Alright, here we go.
Has to be his next move.
Come on, just let us go to red. Okay, there we go, there we go, there we go. Okay, what's next? Perform a submission move while Joe is grounded in the ring.
Pow, what a shot.
Let's hope that we're doing this right. Well, how do y'all want me to do this, alright?
Power bomb!
Great decision by Joe to capitalize.
Good lord, Bionic Joe has like no chill.
Lightning fast reflexes.
Oh, what an axe handle.
Oh, okay, I guess we did it.
And Samoa Joe locks in the coquina clutch.
Trey's attempting a counter.
What's the matter? Not like you planned?
Oh,
Trey
no.
attempted a counter to the coquina clutch that Brooklyn must have taught him.
Because
but
Joe
for whatever
told
reason,
him.
it
Because
just didn't
Brooklyn
work.
told him.
It's over. It may not be the Universal Championship that Trey defeated him for 7 years ago, but Samoa Joe gets the vindication he was looking for, as he is the new WWE
Bionic Joe, that's who we're gonna call him.
What the hell? No, no, no! This is awful.
Was this some kind of setup all
Probably.
It had to be. Hindsight's 2020, but Brooklyn Von Braun's change of heart was way too good to be true.
Saxton, you said Brooklyn was going to be the difference maker tonight, and you were right for once. If she and Samoa Joe have formed an alliance, and it would appear that they have, Red and Trey's lives are going to be changed forever.
And end scene. Let's continue. Alright, friendos, we are officially at the end of chapter 15. That was a lot. We won Mixed Match Challenge, and we lost the WWE Championship. Brooklyn was kind of a giant turd sandwich, so I mean, there's that. So I also did a little bit of math here. So I was able to roughly calculate when the actual date is, or at least close enough to it. So the close enough date that I got to was May 30th, 2028, meaning that we have less than a year to go in the storyline. That makes sense due to time travel on us, which would mark 7 years ago being roughly 2021, which makes sense as a timeline because Red held the championship for a little while in NXT, and Trey had some memorable moments as well. Not to mention they were both basically doing takeover stuff for a little while down in NXT as well. So we're in May of 2028, which means that we have under a year left in the timeline if we're going linearly. So you're welcome. So what I did, I won't explain the math, but I wrote, just trust me on this, okay? It adds up. So they're both at Titan ranks. So look at how close that they are. We have a total of 35 attribute points. I'll go ahead and distribute those off screen. We got 5,400 VC. We got Stronghold, a bunch of emblems and all that stuff. We have Riley Flash, from 2015. Again, he aged up because 13 years ago. We got Brooklyn Von Braun and then Brooklyn Von Braun street clothes. So that is what we have obtained. So as always, thank you all so much for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, all that fun stuff here on YouTube, and I will see you all later. Bye everyone!